Okay, dear student, today I will start you the next part of your chapter work, power, energy, that is part 6. So today's topic will be the to establish a relation between a relation between kinetic energy and momentum of a body. Okay, so that means right now I will show you what is the relation between kinetic energy and momentum of a body. Okay, so in these topics you have to start like this. Let us consider a body of mass m kg moving with a velocity v meter per second. Okay, let us consider a body of mass m kg moving with a velocity of v meter per second. Then kinetic energy of the body, kinetic energy may be denoted as your K, will be equal to half mv square. That is your equation 1. And you know the definition of momentum you have already studied in class 9, that momentum is denoted by P, and momentum is your P, which is measured in terms of the product of mass and velocity acquired by the body, that is m into v. Because you know the momentum is the impact of force produced on a body. Momentum is the impact of force produced in a body, and it is measured by the product of mass and velocity acquired by the body due to the application of force. So these two relations are there. Now I have to establish the relation between momentum and kinetic energy. So for that, what we will do, I have required some space. So you see from equation 2, we have V can be written as P by M. This you can take as your equation part. Now substitute the value of V from equation 3 in equation 1. So therefore kinetic energy equal K equal half into M into, instead of V square you write V equal P by M. So P by M whole square. Okay, what you have done, you have substitute from equation 3 in equation 1. Okay, clear? So after that, what you have to do, you just make the square, that is kinetic energy K equal half into m into P square by m square. Okay, now this m and 1m cancel each other. So what will be the answer? That is your P square by 2m, because 2 is here and 1m is here. So that is kinetic energy K equal P square by 2m. This may be treated as your equation 4. Okay, and if you will find the momentum, so this is the relation between kinetic energy equal K equal P square by 2m. This is the relation between kinetic energy and momentum having the mass m. Apart from that, if we will again consider P square equal 2 into m into K. K stands for kinetic energy, m is the mass. So P square equal 2mk, and then P equal square root of 2mk, where K is the kinetic energy, m is the mass, and P is the momentum. This is also relation between momentum and kinetic energy. You can write it as your equation 5. Okay, clear? Now in this case, there are two conditions or two cases arises. So first case is your, suppose case 1, if we will consider two body A and B, let us consider two body A of mass small m kg and B having mass equal capital M kg, such that your capital M is greater than small m. That means mass of B is greater than that of the mass of A. Now this condition you have to think that you should consider that the momentum of both the body be same. Now this condition is when momentum of both body be same, then your ratio of the kinetic energy of your A, that is your Ka, by kinetic energy of your B, that is your Kb. Okay, this ratio, kinetic energy of A by kinetic energy of B, can be written as, you just seen that the formula of your kinetic energy is your P square by 2m. So here, because both having same momentum, both the body have same momentum. You are considering this, both have the, when momentum of both body is same, then that means the momentum of A is also P and momentum of B is also P, that is 2 big M. Okay, so since after simplification P square cancel each other, 2m will be up and small 2m will be in the denominator, again 2 cancel, so this will be the ratio of mass of B by mass of A. So kinetic energy of A, since mass of B is your bigger M is greater than mass of A, then you see this value, numerator is greater than the denominator, and here kinetic energy A is in the numerator, kinetic energy of B is in the denominator. So therefore kinetic energy of A is greater than kinetic energy of your B. Since M is greater than B, then kinetic energy of A is greater, because both the body are having same momentum. When the body moving with the same momentum after the application of force, then the kinetic energy acquired by the lighter body is greater than that of the heavier body. Okay, this is your first case. Now I will explain you the second case. Clear? Okay. Right now case 2. In this case, what we will see, when light body A of mass small m kg and heavy body of mass capital M kg, both having same kinetic energy. Okay, now in this condition we will see kinetic energy of both the body are same. Okay, so as we know the relation between your kinetic energy, therefore kinetic energy of A by kinetic energy of your B will be equal momentum of your A square by 2m and momentum of B square by 2 capital M. This is the relation that we had already derived, the ratio of your kinetic energy of both the body. Here kinetic energy are same, both having same kinetic energy. That means this part will cancel each other. So this will become 1. Okay. And in the numerator, this is PA square by 2m. And this will be PB square by 2 capital M. And as we know that kinetic energy is same, but the momentum of both the body are not same. Okay, then what we can write it? After that, you can rewrite it as your PA square by 2m must be equal to PB square by 2 capital M. Clear? Because this is 1, if you cross multiply it, then PA square by 2m must be equal to PB square by 2m. Again this 2 cancel each other from both sides. Now what you will do? After that, you just take PA square by PB square by invertendo, and then this m will be, small m will be in the numerator and capital M will be in the denominator. Okay, clear? So PA by PB must be equal square root of small m by capital M, square root of small m by capital M. Okay, that means if you will see that when kinetic energy of both the bodies are same, then the body ratio of their momentum is inversely proportional. Okay, the body which is having greater momentum will have the greater mass, will have the greater momentum. Clear? So that means ratio of PA by PB is equal square root of small m by capital M. As the mass is greater, then momentum will be greater. As mass is less, then momentum is also less. So this is the, you can say as your directly proportional, because PA is having small m and PB is having greater m. That means mass of B is more than that of the mass of A. That is why momentum of B is also more. So it is directly proportional to each other. Okay, you have got it. This is the reciprocal relation between the ratio of their masses. When their kinetic energy are same, then the square root of the ratio of their masses will be equal to the ratio of their momentum. And on the other hand, if you will see the momentum same, then ratio of their kinetic energy will be equal to the ratio of their corresponding masses. Clear? Okay. Now the next topic of this chapter is your work energy theorem. Work energy theorem. In this theorem, you will see that there is a relation between work done by a force on a moving body and the energy acquired. Energy means kinetic energy acquired by the moving body. This work energy theorem establishes a relation between work done on a moving body by the force. Okay, clear? So according to work energy theorem, it states that the work done by a force by a force on a moving body, work done by a force on a moving body along the direction of force, along the direction of motion, that means the force must be applied on the moving body in a direction in which the body already moving. That means the force will not change the direction of motion. So force applied on the body, on a moving body towards the direction of motion. So direction of force is also same as that of the body moving in a particular direction. So that means the amount of work done by the force on a moving body along the direction of motion is the increase in kinetic energy acquired by the body. So this work done amount of work done by the force is measured by the amount of increase in kinetic energy of the body. Okay, let us establish this relation. Okay, let us establish this theorem with, okay, clear? So let us consider a body of mass small m kg moving with a velocity of u meter per second is acted upon by a force of F Newton along the direction of motion, Okay, then after displacing S meter along the direction of motion, mass meter along the direction of motion, say it acquire a velocity of v meter per second. So that means the body initially moving at a velocity of u meter per second, and the body have mass is your m kg. This is your mass, mass. Mass of m kg moving with a velocity u meter per second. Okay, and on that body force F Newton is applied, and then the body moves S meter along the direction of motion after the application of force. Then when it completes its S meter distance, the body acquires a velocity of v meter per second. Okay, clear? Now you can see that then acceleration acquired by the body can be determined by the formula. If your acceleration acquired by the body is your A can be written as v square minus u square by 2s. As you know the formula, v square equal to u square plus 2as. So that means you have to find out A. A is your v square minus u square by 2s. This is your formula for acceleration. So therefore measurement of force record equal to m into A. So that means mass of body is your m and A is your v square minus u square by 2s. This is your expression. Say acceleration 1 and the force required to accelerate the body is your F Newton. F Newton value is your m into a. Okay, clear? So now amount of work done by the force. Now amount of work done by the force is your W can be written as F into S. F Newton into S meter displacement. So if you will write the value of your F is your m into v square minus u square by 2s, then into your s. Clear? Now s cancel each other. Then what will happen? In the denominator it is 2 and here it is m. So this denominator 2 can be written as 1 by 2 and this is your m, and in the bracket this is your v square minus u square. If you will split it up the bracket, this will be your half m v square minus half m u square. So that means this is your final kinetic energy Kf, and this is your initial kinetic energy Ki. This is your Kf. So you have seen that work done W is your half of m v square minus half of m u square. That means this work done is equal final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. So that means this is the increase in kinetic energy. So this is your del K, unit in kinetic energy. Increase in kinetic energy is equal to the work done by the force on that moving body. Okay, clear? This is all about your work energy theorem. Okay, this much is sufficient for today. Okay, bye.